So the next sector that we're talking about is health tech, which is one of my favorite. I think it's a great, big, trending opportunity for investors. And we have Kevin Ernst of Kingswood, who is going to come up here to introduce the sector, talk a little bit about it, and then introduce the presenting companies. So Kevin, you want to join us up here?
It's a lovely introduction. Okay, am I mic'd up? Okay, great. So I'm pretty excited to introduce this next company. I've met with them a number of times, and every time I meet with them, I'm more impressed with what they've built as a company. Tommy Cheung is the president and CEO of a company called GoToDoctor. They are a leading B2B, fully integrated platform that integrates access to public and benefit services to an estimated several million Canadian companies. And this company is growing extremely quickly. When I looked at it and I saw the financial projections over the next couple of years, it really caught my attention. So Tommy, if you could take it away, that'd be great. All right, Tommy.
Well, first of all, thank you everybody and for Kingswood and ArcStone putting such an amazing event from the turnout and everything. This is truly kudos to them and the team putting this together. But since I only have 10 minutes, I'm going to run. So our company, the mission is simple, is to help people to find the care they need, whatever is available. And it sounds simple, but unfortunately it's not that simple in Canada, as all of us know. And what we wanted to do, should go forward, is to solve this problem that everyone is waiting for some type of care. There's huge amounts of inefficiency. If you think about the customer service in healthcare, the whole value chain for the customer is all broken. All of us going to our family doctors wouldn't know what's covered under your private plan. You wouldn't be able to get to what you need. Everybody's waiting passively and all that. We understand the issue, but there's actually a lot of efficiency that we can extract, and we have a solution for that. And what we want to do is actually unpack this value chain for the customer in the healthcare and remove all the frictions. It sounds like a very simple. It makes sense in all the industry except in healthcare, and we are set out to resolve that problem. And the way we do it is we created a very unique B2B subscription model that we tap into one of the most resourceful player in the healthcare industry, which is the insurance providers. There's actually a lot of resources in addition to the public healthcare system that is available under employee benefit, under insurance, and we created a B2B subscription model that allows them to offer our service to their members. And we are here to disrupt the existing incumbent players in that. You're thinking about some of the very large health service company, a lot of them focusing on only either totally traditional way or totally on the tech way. And we come in to disrupt it, showing them there's a way actually to cross all the different quadrants of that. And to do that, we want to make sure it's scalable. We create our own technology. It's called the service engine. Basically, what it does is allow us to find the right service for the member, whatever you're looking for. We're able to uniquely combine 3 different data sets. One is clinical information. If the member comes to us with the permission, we can download any of the clinical information, the lab result, hospitals, and so on from the publicly available system. With the insurance company subscribe to us, we of course know that what that member is covered for. And then the last piece of the information that we have is actually what's available in the local community. We keep forgetting that to help patients, you need to help them locally. And that's what's important. Each month we service about 25,000 people a month, so we actually know where you can find a care effectively and efficiently and decrease the wait time. With those 3 combined, we are able to find a faster service and remove the frictions for the members. And for that particular application, it's very unique. Like I mentioned, there's a lot of different health applications, especially with COVID, but very few are thinking about crossing the different areas together. And we actually filed 4 patent applications in both US and Canada for that. The second part that we focus on is healthcare, like any other service industry, is the last mile that's important. In fact, in healthcare, the last few miles are very important. So tech is not a true solution. It's a very important solution, part of the solution, but you do need the physical touch. However, there's never going to be enough doctors, there's never going to be enough clinics. So we set out to leverage the existing infrastructure, utilizing whatever is available in the system, and pharmacy is very available. So we created an exclusive partnership with McKesson to leverage their 2,600 pharmacy locations across Canada. We now have 300 of them from coast to coast, from Atlantic all the way to Victoria, that if I need to send any one of you here to any of the location to do a blood pressure, urine dip, rapid strap, we can do it within the next 20 to 30 minutes. All these pharmacies, they're integrated with us. They have our system. They can connect with our doctors. That allows us to provide a lot more care compared to just pure technology. And at the same time, we are operating a number of clinics in a small fashion so that we can offer the last piece of that service to our members of the insurance companies. And what we have done is that we created a unique model that allows us to cross the four quadrants. If you think about the public, the private on the insurance side, the tech, and the physical care, very few companies actually can cover all of them. Don't get me wrong, I think there's a lot of good players in the market. They are all very good at different areas. The major difference for us is that we are from the ground up versus from the top down. So every one of our locations are integrated. It allows us to provide a service like tomorrow, today. And we don't have to wait for a large merge and integration in order for us to do that. And we're able to do this, of course, we have a great team, a management team that have years and years experience in primary care, understanding how the system works. On the benefit side, we got some very seasoned veterans from the past CEO of Sun Life, Kevin Doherty, to the current VP of Sales from Manitoba Blue Cross, to a number of the Mary Mark, for Kennedy. All these wonderful individuals, the veterans in the insurance industry, and that allow us to create a fast product to roll out and also open all the doors for us to get a lot of the insurance company to work with us. And that's what we have done. On average, we sign up one new insurance partners every month now. The way we're set up, and for those of you that have seen the news recently, there's a lot of attention not to create a parallel healthcare system. Our company is set up perfectly, actually, to support the public system and not to create a parallel system the way we cross the four quadrants. It gives us a very good tailwind. We are actually getting more attention from our insurance partners. And it doesn't stop with just the insurance carriers in the insurance world. There's actually the third-party administrators, their advisors. There are multiple levels of opportunities for us to get them to join us and subscribe to our B2B model. And our unit economics is very simple. We sign up more insurance partners. Each insurance partners, we want them to sign up more of our services, and then that's how we increase. The benefit with us, different from other insurance health or insurance health tech company, is that we get to access both the public side of the funding and the private side. We don't have to worry about utilization if the service is actually covered by the government, by MSP, OHIP. We get to bill it. That gives us a stable income. This multiple stream of revenue gives us an advantage. And then whatever that's not enough, we have the insurance company to help to top up to expand the service for their members. So combining the two gives us a significant advantage on the margin when we deliver the service to our members. One last thing on this too, we actually did a review earlier this year. This model is totally confirmed that 100% of our insurance partners now actually have more than one of our service. Some of them have 3 or 4 of our services. That allows us to integrate a service, give them more faster service. At the same time, it gives them a higher margin, also give us a higher margin as well. And what we wanted to do in the next 3 years, before that, the last 2 years, we have been focusing on growth and we'll continue to accelerate our growth. But what we have as a management team, we decided that we want to be not a turnaround company, so we are both EBITDA positive, but majority of the resources are still, whenever it's possible, focusing on growth. And then the next 3 years, what we want to do is to hit the top line around $90 million with at least 10% EBITDA. And this is actually before we apply our AI strategy that we have signed a contract with an AI development house. We see a significant improvement in terms of efficiency and service delivery, and that's not included in that model yet. For us to grow, I think organically, we have a very rapid growth path. But on the other side, what we see is that there's actually a lot of, because of COVID, a lot of very valuable and useful healthcare tools actually available. And we wanted to actually integrate into our ecosystem and offer to our insurance partners. That would give them a way to extract a higher value, give us actually a way to extract higher margin instead of just referring the additional service to our insurance partner. So we have identified a pipeline of target for acquisition. And over the years, we have developed a unique, what I call a typical M&A strategy. And we have done it with a number of healthcare assets and also tech company to integrate with us. All we are looking for are the companies that are truly independent and will integrate on the sales and marketing and the finance part only. And what we will do is, like I said, we'll offer their service to our existing customers channel, whether it's the pharmacy, whether it's the insurance company, to help to create a synergy so that 1 + 1 is going to be equal more than 2. In terms of the compelling events, I think there are multiple options that we are evaluating right now. Going public, of course, is one, and that's why we're happy to be in discussion and working with ArcStone and Kingswood on this. At the same time, it's known to the fact that the insurance companies like to acquire established service company like ours is in the market. The sequence could be in parallel, could be in different sequence, and we are looking at the best option that would create the best return for everybody involved, including our investors. Currently, we are doing our Series B. And the use of proceeds, 80% is going to be for acquisition for growth, 10% and is going to be for sales, and then 10% for technology. Once we are clear on the AI development path, there will be an increase on that, and we'll wait to see that. But majority is still going to be on our acquisition. We're very happy to report that one of our insurance partners actually we're in the final stage of signing the agreement that they wanted to become an equity partner. So they will be the lead order and also help to price this round. That's us. We see GoToDoctor as a very unique company positions, and we will be, our goal is to become one of the most valuable healthcare companies in the North America area. Thank you.
Thanks, Tommy.
Questions? Any questions? Yes, please.
I've got 2 questions. How do you provide the faster service to find doctors or specialists?
Yeah, that's our secret sauce. No, we actually have created algorithms in our service engine. So 95% of the populations are not medically trained and they never work in the healthcare system. So I always use this example. If it's my first day working at Kingswood, and Kevin asked me to submit a claim form, I wouldn't know where to go, right? If I know where to go, Kevin could have told me, Tommy, submit to finance at Kingswood, they would process for you. Our healthcare system works the same way. There's actually a lot of efficiency because our background is primary care clinics. We operate primary care clinics. We have specialists and so on. Every specialist has cancellation every day, right? So if you know how to capture that, you'll be able to get in much faster.
So you have your own health providers then?
We have our own health provider, but it doesn't have to be ours. We have created the algorithm, and that's why the insurance companies are interested in us. Some of them actually ask, can I just buy your algorithm? You cannot. You have to subscribe to us, because if you know the steps, you'll be able to find the efficiency in the system. It's not a straight line waiting. Most people think it's just a queue. It is not. There are ways to get around it.
And the second question is, how do you get around OHIP? Because some family doctors get penalized if you go to a walk-in clinic, or if you do like a visual call or a phone call. How do you get around Ontario Health Ministry?
Well, we fully understand that too, because we actually operate some clinics and we have the full physicians in our group. So there are two separate things. We did the whole analysis for a couple of our insurance partners. Number one is only in Ontario that has this capitation with a penalty. Even Alberta, they started it. BC, they started it. They don't have this penalty. So if you think about it, it's not majority. And then even in Ontario, it's not majority that is in that capitation model. And then on top of it, not every family physician is so sensitive about one visit if you have a reason why you have to go in and get the care. So there are actually many other considerations versus a scare tactics for some of the companies I think they talk about. You shouldn't build OHIP because of that. But then I look at this, how can we build a sustainable healthcare system is to not to create a parallel one. Because let's say we need 120 doctors in Canada, we only have 100. Whatever you do, if you take 5 out to give faster service, we're at 95 instead of 100. It's even worse. So the way to work is to work with the system, and that's how we created it. And then we have other steps that we have created for our insurance partners that if their physicians is ultra sensitive, we actually have ways to work around that as well. Any questions over there? Yeah.
Of system with the private clinics versus the private clinics versus the public clinic.
And we actually operate in Quebec. The question was in Quebec that they actually have a private system and a public system, and the physician get to opt into one or the other. We operate in Quebec. We operate all the way from Atlantic to Victoria. The way we set up our process is why our service engines is important is all in the back end. Because when an insurance member comes into us, we already know where they're located, what service they are allowed. In Quebec, our algorithm would be a little different, so we can drive a uniform patient experience for them because in the back end, we will be able to tell Tommy coming in Quebec, you have option A, B, and C. In fact, your plan will cover a private physician. If you want to, you don't have to wait. We can actually direct that, removing all the friction, as I mentioned, instead of relying on Tommy trying to figure it out. Thank you.